I'm going to make a quick bass amp cabinet, more just to remember a couple of things. And then later on I'll make the head. So I want to make a separate, thing because I've already done a guitar amp that was one piece. So I want to do the two parts. All right, so I've got just the cube here and my screencast keys are on. So I'm going to go into edit mode and scale this in the Y and make it thinner. And who knows, maybe we'll even make it a little bit taller, like that. Okay, so before I go any further, I am going to put in an edge loop right in the middle because I'm going to be mirroring this, so I want a spot where I can cut it in half. And now let's go ahead and select that edge and this edge and this edge and this edge and Control B and then pull back just a little bit. And I'm going to give maybe 2 segments, roll my mouse up. I'm going to do the same with the top, but I'm going to have to select both sides there so I get all of the top edge and bottom edge or edges. Pull down, 1, 2, done. Okay, now I'm going to come over to this side here and I'm going to go Control R and get 2 edge loops there, and I'm going to scale these in the Z and squeeze them together to make a hole. Well, I'll be making a hole. I'm going to pull that whole thing up and I'm going to go Control R on the side, roll my mouse wheel up and get 2 of these. And now I'm going to scale these in the Y. I don't want them too wide. Something maybe like that. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and select that face and hit I to inset and pull it in and get that effect. Alright, X and delete those faces. And then again, I'm not worried about the other side. Okay, back in object mode, let's go ahead and put on a subdivision surface of 2 and we'll have that. Now I'm going to come back in and sharpen this up. So I'm going to go Control R, put an edge loop there and slide it over. Control R there, do the same on the bottom here. Slide it over, and then we'll do it here. 1 up and 1 down. Come back into object mode. Okay, so I got a decent hole there. Now I'm going to have some streaking up on the top and the bottom, but we're going to deal with that later. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to go into edit mode, and in edge selection I want to shift alt and click and get that edge right there. Shift D to duplicate it, and P and accept to make it a new object. Okay, so I've got the base cabinet and there I've just selected just that edge. Set origin to geometry, and now my transform tool is right on that object there, just an edge. I'm going to go into edit mode and make sure it's selected. I'm going to go E to extrude and I'm going to scale this in the Y. I'm going to pull out. I'm going to scale this in the Z and I'm going to pull out farther, like something like that. With that edge still selected, I'm going to go E to extrude and I'm going to pull back just a little bit like that. And I'm going to A to select it all and Control N to flip any normals that we're not facing the right way. Alright, so we can see what that's like. Let's go back in and select this whole edge and go E to extrude and just pull it in just a little bit. E to extrude and then pull it in further. I'm not going to worry about closing that face yet. Let's now, for the front view, let's go ahead and pull this in like that. And then let's select it again and let's start adding a few more edge loops like this, and I'll bring it down in and we'll bring one up and we'll come over to the side here, Control R, and we'll put one just right there. See what that's like, if that's enough of what I need. I think it might be, but we'll have a look later. Let's go back into it and select that edge. And I'm going to go F to make a face, and it's going to be all weird, but let's not worry about that. Let's instead, let's go ahead and try putting an edge loop in here. Bring it right down to there. Okay, and let's grab that face and Control plus to come out one more till it gets that new edge I just put in. And let's scale this in the Z like that. Let's also scale it in the Y, but just a little bit. Let's have a look at what it's looking like so far. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see now about cleaning this up a little bit. Let's Control R, let's put another edge loop and just bring it, push it down, but not all the way. And another one, pull it up, but not all the way. Okay, and see if that's enough to do what I needed. Or if I've got some weirdness going on. Yeah, okay, because of this one. Let's try dissolving that edge and see where I'm at. Let's try even dissolving that edge just for the moment, and then coming out with an edge. In fact, let's put it there and go GG and edge slide it. Let's see what that did for me. Well, I'm happy with that. It's basically what I wanted to do. Let's go in and now select this face, Shift S cursor to select it so my 3D cursor goes there, and Shift A, bring in a cylinder but change this to 6 sides, and then rotate X 90. I'll go into edit mode and I'll scale it down nice and small. Let's scale this in the Y till it hits the sides, and then let's bring it out, and then let's scale it again in the X, scale it in the X and flatten it somewhat, bring it out a bit more. Let's just have a look at that. Okay, you know, whether or not you can get your hand in there or not is debatable. What I can do is I can deepen that if I want to, but I don't think I need to. Let's make sure I've done rotation and scale in case I needed to. Oh yeah, I don't have to do that. Let's add a bevel of 2 and then just dial this back until I start to get what I want. Try that, try smoothing, and even that might be okay. Let's see if I need to put some edge loops in this one. Control R2 and scale them and see if that helps with the shading. I don't think it made any difference. I don't think it really matters. Okay, and that's just a question of, in the end, do I want to have this as black? Nah, I don't think so. Not right now, anyhow. But this, do I want that as orange or I want that as black? I'm going to go with black for now, and then we'll see. We'll see what we think about that. Let's go into shading and ambient occlusion. Put that on, and let's get rid of the grid floor. And keep saving because I just had a crash. I've got my 3D cursor right there, so let's go Shift A, bring in a circle, rotate Y 90, scale, and bring it out and up. We'll make some little bolts. Zoom in, scale it nice and small, and roughly position where we need it. It's still too big, but I'm scaling in object mode, so I'm going to do that. Alright, let's go into edit mode, make sure it's selected. Have to make a face, E extrude, bring it out. Select it all, Control N to flip polys, because it came out the wrong way. Or doesn't matter, but Control B. Oh, and let's just do 1, 2, or maybe that was 3, I don't know. I don't care. I'm not getting rid of the back faces right now. I don't know if that's poking out too much. No, it's alright. Okay, let's take that. Let's cursor is already there, so let's take that and go mirror with respect to that in the Y. And can I also do the Z and get them right? Yeah. Okay, let's make these black though. Let's see. looks like. If it's too industrial. If those are black, I might want that as orange. Just leave it like that. All right, well, let's go ahead and do the mirroring now from the front view. All right, let's do cursor select anyhow. Let's go into edit mode and wireframe and vertex and box select these vertices, X, delete them, and then let's go to mirror and put on clipping, and let's go back into object mode, just check it out. Okay, and let's hit apply. So that's fine, and save, and then by the way, let's put on smoothing. Okay, well, let's go ahead and mirror this stuff over. So let's grab this and mirror, and then choose the eyedropper to choose that, and then get that over there, and we'll go apply. I'm not joining anything at this point. Mirror that thing over. Okay, and apply. I'll close that out in case you're not seeing what I'm doing. I should be applying that bevel, I guess. So yeah, I applied it on both. And let's grab the screws as well, and we will mirror those over. Okay, and apply. Okay, so everything's on both sides. And now let's go in front view. Let's go into the cabinet, and let's select that edge that ran down the middle, and not that, X, dissolve edges. We don't need it anymore, and it'll be easier to work with without it. Make sure we're in front view now, and edit mode, and select all of the front faces. Make sure we get these little ones. All right, that's good enough. And now I think I will inset a little bit, but I might pull it in the Z direction just a little bit, because I think there's more of the cabinet on the sides than on the tops, but that doesn't have to be exact. That's good enough. And now I'm going to look in top view and in wireframe, and I'm going to extrude it in, extrude, and pull it in, but I don't want to go past this stuff. I don't want to interfere with that. So it's not going to be overly deep. Anyway, mosquito, get out of here. All right, so I'm going to do that. Come back into object mode and solid, and you'll see that it looks all crazy like that because of the subdivision surface, but we'll work on that now. So in edit mode, let's go Control R, roll my mouse wheel up so I get 2, scale it in the X. Boy, living in the country with the bugs. And we'll do that. And we'll also come into the cabinet and put an edge loop there, just towards the back and towards the front. And we'll have that effect. So again, I'm not going all the way to the back, but once I put the grill on, it won't matter. But before I even do that, let's come to the bottom face, and I'm going to do the legs. You see the streaking there? That's what I was talking about. So just hit I to inset and accept the default values, and that'll take care of that. Let's also do that on the top. I to inset. Okay, and that's done. Okay, back to the bottom here. Select Shift S. Oh, that's no save, fine. Control S. Bring the 3D cursor there, back into object mode, and let's bring in a cylinder, Shift A, cylinder, but I'll do 32 sides, a lot, but doesn't really matter. And scale, and position this. Okay, maybe scale that to Z a little bit. And I'm also going to grab that face. Let's zoom in on this stuff and scale it in to do stuff like that. I should actually probably bevel this even just a little bit. 1. And you know, really I should be getting rid of these back faces that aren't visible. I haven't been doing that in general. What am I doing? Origin of geometry. Let's push that into there. We'll go ahead and we'll not that. Smooth, and we'll make it orange. And let's we got that there, so we can just go ahead and mirror. So let's not that. Let's mirror this, and in the Y. Okay, I hit apply. Okay, so I got the legs on there now. Maybe I'll make the legs black. Oh, jeez, keep doing that. Let's see if that would look any good. Yeah, okay. And now what I want to do is I'm just going to bring in a cube and go into edit mode, and I'll just move it up. I'm going to scale it way down. Same technique I use for the guitar amp. I'm just going to make the grill this way. Some kind of a grill anyhow. Scale this in the Y. Scale it in the Z. I won't make it too thin. No, that's pretty thin. I'm just going to pull it out to the sides. Okay. And we'll go back into object mode, and I'll do Control A, rotation and scale, in case I needed to do that. I'll grab the front two edges. We'll try to grab the front two edges. There we go. Control B, pull back. I'll put one edge loop in there as a small bevel. Let's do origin of geometry, and let's pull this up to near the top. That might be a bit thick. You know, I think it's a bit thick. Let's go back in, select it all, and first of all, let's bring it out here. Let's actually scale this in the Y. That's going to change my bevel. Let's change it to Z. I'll bring my bevel back a little bit. Let's just go with that. Insert origin of geometry, and we'll just go with that. Bring it up near the top. Okay, let's add an array in the Z, minus 2.2, let's say. Maybe start with that, and I'll just start filling it up. I'll go one more. Okay, that's all right. Let's accept that, and origin of geometry, and rotate this. Shift D, or copy and rotate Y 90, and it's almost a square. And what I kind of feel like doing is just scaling this in the X and scaling it in the Z. You know, hopefully it'll look okay. I think it looks all right. So let's just go ahead and select it all, join it, and save. And let's make this, I keep doing that. Let's make it black for the moment, although I'm probably going to make it orange actually. Take it back. And the speakers will be black and behind. I don't know if there's a weird color. I'm not sure if I want it right there. Maybe I want it there. Let's go ahead and hide it. And we'll make some very rudimentary speakers. Let's select all of this. I'm on edge selection. Doesn't really matter anyhow. Doesn't matter where my next object comes in. I can move it, but once you can do that, Shift S cursor to select it, and be somewhat central anyhow. I'm just going to bring in a circle, rotate X 90, scale it down. Really simple speakers. Okay. I don't know, start with that size anyhow. Go into edit mode, have to make face, E to extrude, bring it up, I to inset like that, E to extrude back and scale, inset some more, E to extrude out, and Control B back, 1, 2, that, and we will bevel this edge, Control B, 1, 2, and I guess I need something sticking off the back of it to kind of connect. So I'll inset, and I'll just go E, and I'll just bring it back like that. Now I'm going to hit smoothing, and we're going to see, I don't really, here, let's first of all get rid of that face, okay? And I'll put an edge loop there. That'll fix that a little bit. Let's see how bad it is. Alright, so let's grab this edge and scale it out like that. And see, no, I don't like that. Alright, fine. I will put an edge loop in here then. Okay, that'll be good enough because it won't be overly visible. And what we'll do is I'll push it back. It doesn't have to make contact, but let's try that. I will make the speaker black, but the center part, Control plus down to there, let's say. I'll make that part silver. Come out, okay? And then we'll see. Now, I don't know much about bass cabinets. Does it have two of these? Let's shift D and just make another one. Can I get them both in there? Just for fun, can I make some two more small ones on the side, or 3 or something? You know, just because it's, you know, we're just having fun here. I'm just going to scale it in object mode. You know, or maybe one there and one here. Or do we want more? I feel like we want more. Let's look at the side, by the way, and in Wireframe and see if, let me select that and look and see who's lining up. I kind of want, yeah, I don't care if they don't touch the back right now. Let's actually grab both of them and pull them forward a bit. Well, actually, I'm going to be putting, no, they don't need to be anywhere any more forward. Oh, let's just start with that and see. If I have to extend these back, I can. You know? That's what I was going for anyhow. Ah, okay, so you sticking out too much. Didn't even see that at first. There we go. That's what I'm going for, that kind of look for the time being. I could, it's for the moment, just bring in a pretend floor, sort of. Scale 8. You know, I don't know. I'll make that black for now. No, maybe not black. Maybe a new one. Just oh, I don't know. That won't be it, but for the time being, so we can see things. Okay, and I'm just debating about whether or not I would actually want to make those black, or maybe just the handles might be easier, just to try that again. Okay, yeah, like that. And so that could potentially be like my base cabinet, you know, and then I could go on and try making the head later. I just want to get an angle where I could see the speakers a little bit through that grill. Yeah, that kind of thing.